Hi guys, and welcome to this 2 times master box opening for the Topps Premier League Platinum Collection 2017-18 season. As you can see, both boxes are totally sealed, each master box, and as you can see inside there, both boxes contain 2 mini boxes. With each containing 6 packs per mini box. So we've got 12 packs in total to open in this expensive product, and in each pack is 8 cards. That's a little bit of the background information. You'll be guaranteed at least 2 autograph cards and one what they call relic card, although it's a sort of player worn shirt card from back in the day. If you collected in 2002, etc., these similar Topps premium products. This was only on sale in the USA, however you can get it online direct with Topps Direct if you're looking to buy retail. They are expensive, as we mentioned, though. One of these mini boxes is £43 and the whole one box is £80, so very, very expensive product for what it is. Right, so let's get our first seal open. We will take you through a little information as to the odds on these. As you can guess, they do these really silly parallel cards, etc. There also. I hope you can see that. Just hit the pause button. It's very, very difficult to understand them doing these parallels, especially being from the UK. Of course, we're just select set collectors. There you can see base card parallels, green, purple and orange will be amongst them. However, there is the main base set and a few insert sets which we'll take you through. I'm sure we'll hopefully get some of those inside each box. So let's start with this first mini box. Grab the seal off, and you can see it's kind of like a booklet there with the 6 packs inside. Now there's only one picture type packet on the front, which is the same as the master box and the mini box there, containing Harry Kane, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, De Bruyne of Manchester City, Eden Hazard of Chelsea, all of which you'd expect, of course, these star players from their teams, especially when Zlatan was at Manchester. However, again, as you see, Topps have ignored Mo Salah, of course, voted Player of the Year by both the players and the football writers for 2017-18 season, and they've gone with this Brazilian guy who plays up front for Liverpool called Firmino. I'm sure you guys know all about him. Although a decent player, not in the same class, in my opinion, as Mo Salah. So there's the pack as you see there. Let's get straight underway and have a look at the cards. And as you can see, a nice feature is they do all the little pen pictures, what they call, on the back of these players, and with all their expected details which you would expect to see, and then a really nice sort of little retro picture on the side. You've got the Premier League logo and the Topps logo there. Of course, Topps US really do know how to produce some quality cards compared to the poor examples of Topps UK. So this is just a standard base card in the collection. As you see, it's of Andy Carroll of West Ham. It's got no different colours. You'll see either orange, purple down there. So give us a shout if I miss any. Next up is Leroy Sané. There's the one we saw at the back. Then we've got our first one of these insert sets, as you see here, which is a global star. Paul Pogba, Manchester United, whatever your feelings on him. He's been classed as a global star for Manchester, I suppose you've got to say, especially the cost of how much he cost. So next up, let's have a look at these others. We've got Leroy Sané in the same packet as you see there. So that's really, really nice one, Topps, as you'd expect there. So who else have we got? They've got Raheem Sterling, also of Manchester City, Lascelles of Newcastle, Ndidi of Leicester, and our final card is Kurt Zouma of Stoke City. Right, let's continue on to our next pack. So we're expecting to see either what they call a relic card and an autograph card, or just an autograph card in this first box. So we continue with Phil Jones of Manchester United, Van La Parra of Huddersfield, Ryan Fraser of Bournemouth. Next up, we have the same insert as you see as we got previously. This time Christian Benteke, even less of a global star, but I guess you've got to call them because they're different teams. This is Christian Benteke, global star, so it's our second insert there. Then we have Joel Ward, Jordan Ayew, Hurelu Gomez of Watford, and finally Jan Vertonghen of Spurs. They're all base cards there. As you see, much better design and thicker card than the cards aimed at younger collectors. So this time we start off with Andros Townsend of Palace. Following on is Jeff Hendrick of Burnley, Troy Deeney of Watford. And then we've got our next different type of insert, which is the icon card. As you see there, this one's of Wilfried Zaha of Crystal Palace. So you get the theme there. We continue on with Granit Xhaka, Iozo Perez, Mark Albrighton of Leicester, and finally the Southampton reserve keeper Fraser Forster. Our next pack brings us Juventus-bound Emre Can of Liverpool, Shane Duffy of Brighton, Idrissa Gueye of Everton, Steve Cook of Bournemouth, Jay Rodriguez of West Bromwich Albion, Aaron Cresswell of West Ham. Next up is Kyle Walker of Manchester City, and finally Eric Dyer of Spurs. Completing that pack, 2 to go. One of these must be an auto, I guess. So we continue on with N'Golo Kante of Chelsea, followed by Petr Cech of Arsenal, Christopher Schindler of Huddersfield, John Joe Shelvey of Newcastle, Ramu of Southampton, and we have Alexandre Lacazette, new signing. That's the third and final insert cards there. As you see, a nice little red one for Lacazette at the back. Let's pop that there. Our next one is James Tompkins of Crystal Palace and Tom Heaton of Burnley. And a final pack, which hopefully includes the autograph card. Otherwise, we shall be complaining. Here we have Mark Albrighton of Leicester. We've seen him previously. Here's our autograph card. It's of Michail Antonio of West Ham United. And the other cards are Harry Arter of Bournemouth, Jeff Hendrick of Burnley, Andre Gray of Watford, Aaron Ramsey of Arsenal, Jack Butland of Stoke City, and finally we have a parallel card. As you see, this one's a green one, so they're out of 100 green, number 67 of 100. It's Emre Can of Liverpool there. That's really cool, of course, in his last season at the Anfield Club. So our next box, as we knock down all the base, you can guess that would happen. Our next box, which will contain another 6 packets, will have both a relic card or shirt-worn card and an autograph, let's hope. So let's get the seal off, get straight underway. Now we've explained most of those, we can probably skip through a little sharper, so let's do that. So in the first pack we have Cesc Fabregas of Chelsea. Following on is Wes Morgan, Leicester City, Jack Butland, Harry Arter. Then we have global star Hector Bellerin of Arsenal.
So it's our next global. Followed by Jake Livermore, West Bromwich Albion, Tom Cleverley of Watford, and finally Son of Tottenham Hotspur. This pack out is Martial, the fantastic Manchester United winger, Pedro of Chelsea, Tom Ince of Huddersfield, Kieran Clark, Newcastle, Ryan Bertrand of Southampton. Then we've got our next green parallel, as you see. This one's of Andy Carroll, number 48 of 100 there. The dreaded parallel cards is in Antonio base and David Silva base. Completes that pack. So next we have Liverpool centre-back Matip Iheanacho of Leicester, Peter Crouch of Stoke, Jordan Pickford, Everton. And we have Virgil van Dijk, icon card, already an icon at the back for Liverpool there, the fantastic Dutch centre-back. Next up is perennial loser Leroy Fer, of course, been relegated so many times from the Premier League, 3 and 4 seasons, I believe. Then we've got Kiko Firmino of Watford, and finally Toby Alderweireld of Spurs. Next pack out, we start with Azpilicueta of Chelsea, Bruno of Brighton, Junior Stanislaus of Bournemouth, Jeff Cameron of Stoke. And then we have a new signing card for Chelsea, Alvaro Morata, of course, maybe actually leaving the club now we're at the end of the season. We'll find out in the summer months, I guess. Then we have Scott Dan, Mark Noble, and finally Jack Cork of Burnley completing those. Next out we have Rob Elliott, sub-goalkeeper for Newcastle, Jake Livermore of West Bromwich Albion, Jack Butland of Stoke, Jan Vertonghen of Spurs. Then we have the new signing card of Sam Clucas of Swansea there. Here's our next, this is the relic card, and it is a match-worn shirt card of Azpilicueta. As you see there, that's a really cool little patch one there, that's nice. Next up is Jordan Ayew of Swansea and Thomas Hemed of Brighton completing that packs. And in our final pack, which is the auto pack, it looks like they're going to be at the back of most of the boxes. So let's find out who we get this time. So we start with Mark Noble of West Ham. Here's the auto, is it? And it's of Aaron Lennon of Burnley is the auto. So a Burnley and West Ham auto there. Next up is the rest of the pack is Tom Ince, Alfie Mawson, Mignolet, Wes Morgan, Jose Font, and oh wow, this is like a parallel of an insert card here. Wesley Hurt of Southampton, new signing card, purple as you see there, which is 21 of 50 for him. So let's pop him just underneath there in the thing. So on to our second master box. Let's grab that and get that open. And so the two mini boxes come out there. There they are. Let's pop one over there and begin with this one. There she comes. And get the packets out. Pop that over just on the edge there. So we've got our 6 packets again to grab open. And let's get straight underway. So beginning this master box with Jordan Henderson of Liverpool, Nemanja Matic of Manchester United, Hamed Lerzel of Huddersfield, Charlie Daniels, Bournemouth. Oh, next up we start straight with another purple parallel there, this time of Son of Spurs, 41 of 50. Next out is Milivojevic and Vertonghen completing that first pack. On to our next, which brings us Azpilicueta of Chelsea, Kieran Clark of Newcastle. Then we have Bertrand of Southampton, Peter Crouch of Stoke. Next out, looks like it's an insert. It's Tammy Abraham icon card of Swansea. So that goes there. Next up is Jake Livermore of West Bromwich Albion, Michael Antonio of West Ham United, and Dele Alli of Spurs completing that one. Next out we have Valencia of Manchester United, Kolasinac of Arsenal, Iheanacho of Leicester, Jordan Pickford of Everton, Stanislaus of Bournemouth, new signing Izquierdo of Brighton, Leroy Fair, and finally Ben Mee of Burnley tailing that packet off. Next out we have the Ox, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Liverpool, Bruno of Brighton, Jeff Cameron of Stoke. Then we have Choupo-Moting global star there of Stoke City, so a global star. Next out is Scott Dan, Mark Noble, Leroy Sané, and Raheem Sterling completing those. Next one we have is Marcus Rashford of Manchester United, Nacho Monreal of Arsenal, Kachunga, Huddersfield, Solly March of Brighton, Tom Davies of Everton, Tom Carroll of Swansea, Sam Vokes, and Herelo Gomez completing that one. And our final pack, which will contain the auto again. Let's find out who it's going to be along with the rest of these base. So starting off with Sam Vokes of Burnley, James Tompkins of Crystal Palace, Lewis Dunk of Brighton, Andy Carroll of West Ham, Iheanacho of Leicester City, new signing Mikel Merino of Newcastle. There's an insert there. Our autograph is El Nene of Arsenal. El Nene of Arsenal there. So pop that one on top there. And finally we have Bruno in that pack. So onto our other mini box, our last mini box in this video. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know what you think of the cards in the comments below as we get our last 6 packs out of this video. Of course, there's the autograph card at the bottom there, just for any of you who buys the boxes. So we start off with Aaron Ramsey of Arsenal, Mignolet of Liverpool, Lascelles of Newcastle, Ndidi of Leicester, Manolo Gabbiadini of Southampton. Then we have Joe Hart, new signing unfortunately for West Ham United there, followed by Ben Foster and Jeff Hendrick. Next pack we have Alonso of Chelsea, Lewis Dunk of Brighton, Calvert-Lewin of Everton, Kurt Zouma, Stoke City. It looks like we've got another insert here. It's of DeAndre Yedlin, global star from Newcastle. Really strange choices on the global stars. I guess they have to be foreigners. Then we have Jose Font, Alfie Mawson and Troy Deeney in the rest of that packet. Next out we have Phil Jones of Manchester United, Granit Xhaka of Arsenal, Tom Ince. Next out is Nathan Redders, Darren Fletcher of Stoke. Then we have Pascal Gross, icon card there for Brighton. He's been fantastic this season, that guy. Really good player. Gareth Barry of West Bromwich Albion, and Kyle Walker completes that one. 3 more to go. Inside this pack we get Emre Can of Liverpool, Kieran Clark of Newcastle, Leighton Baines of Everton, Ryan Fraser of Bournemouth. And our next out is the new signing from Bournemouth there. Going to be fantastic in the future. Nathan Aki, already a really good player. Next up is Andy Carroll, followed by Eric Dyer and Tom Heaton of Burnley, completing that one. Next out we have Sam Vokes, also of Burnley, James Tompkins of Palace, Jose Perez of Newcastle, Scott Dan of Crystal Palace. Then we have Andros Townsend, also of Crystal Palace. Onto the new signing from Burnley, John Walters. And we've got Azpilicueta again, as you see there, both Azpilicueta's match-worn shirt. This time only a standard match-worn shirt in comparison to the patch card there. So a little bit of difference, but that's a little disappointing. And lastly, we have N'Golo Kante. Onto our final pack with the autograph. Don't tell me, I bet it's going to be either Aaron Lennon or Michael Antonio, I guess, like the first box. Hopefully I'm wrong, but what a call that would be, hey? Milivojevic, Henderson, Steve Cook, Otamendi, Darren Fletcher, Antonio Valencia, and it's of the Newcastle winger. I think, did they buy him outright, or is he still on loan from Chelsea? Either way, it's Christian Atsu of Newcastle autograph card. And completing the two master box opening is Kyle Norton of Swansea. So, hope you guys have enjoyed that box opening. Make sure you stay tuned to the Football Cards and Stickers channel for many, many more of these master box openings. And of course, I'll see you guys all in those videos. But until then, adios.